Alright, here we go. It's 5TC here, back with another video. And today, I will be doing a special video. Today, I will be ranking all of the main Ninjago posters. Now, there's been a lot of posters throughout Ninjago's run. So, I will just be ranking the main ones. Because there's some alternative posters, but I didn't add them. I'm mainly putting the ones that most people have seen. Now, some of these posters that I have on here, I haven't seen before. Most of them I have seen, though. And this isn't every single Ninjago poster. It's just, like, the main ones for the main seasons, for all the seasons. But, yeah. And there's 25 of them. So I hope you all enjoy. First up, we have the pilot poster. Now, this little image doesn't do it any justice. Let's open it in a new tab. I actually have this tab saved. This is probably the first ever Ninjago poster. And I'll have to say, it's just such a legendary poster. I've never really looked at it this close, but we have Kai in the front. Like, if this is Kai right here, we got Kai down here, then we got Jay, then we got Wu, Cole, and Zane. And I love the pilot season. It was 2 or 4 episodes. I think it's 4 episodes, but it really depends on who you ask. But, like, this is just such a legendary poster. So, like, it even encapsulates their elemental powers well. Like, it's just such a great poster. I don't have anything bad to say about it. And there's also not really a lot going on in this poster. So, for that alone, I'm going to have to give it A tier. I would give it S tier, but I do think there are better posters. So next up, we have Season 1. So let's try to find a Season 1 poster. And just so you know, I found all these images off the wiki. Now, yeah, these are some of the posters, but this is the main poster we will be looking at. And yeah, this is for Rise of the Snakes. Now, I don't really know how I feel about this poster. This was the poster you were more likely to see. But I don't know. I don't really like it as much. But we see in the background, we get the True Potential Ninja Kai, Jay, Zane, and then Cole. Then we get Lloyd at the front. He never really had this weapon in the show. But we also get Pythor. We get, I think that's Fangdom. And we also get Scalador. That's the general of the Constrictor. This is the general of the Fangpires, and Pythor is the general of the Anacondrae, even though he is the last Anacondrae. And to be honest, this is the cover for the Season 1 DVD, so it's not really a poster, and this kind of just looks creepy. But, knowing from what we've just seen, I'm gonna have to give it a B tier. But next up, we have the Season 2 poster, and I'm just going to search it up as the video goes along because I don't want to keep pausing the video. That's going to cause a bunch of problems. Season 2, I love this poster. Say what you want about Season 2. I kind of like the filler episodes. Definitely not the best, but they're pretty enjoyable to watch. We get General Kozu, we get Golden Lloyd, and this is the Elemental Blade of Fire. But I'm just noticing this, we also get, I believe the green one is for Earth, the blue one or the white one is for Ice. No, that's Lightning, actually. This one is for Lightning, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We also get the Elemental Ninja. They're in their Elemental kimonos. For some reason, they don't have their armor. But to be fair, they didn't include the armor in sets for whatever reason. We also get the the Golden Dragon. We also get the Temple of Light and the Golden Mech. I absolutely love the Golden Mech. We also get the Garmatron, Possessed Garmadon, some Stone Warriors. So overall, I mean, I would say I like this poster a lot more than, okay, the ads are going to be a problem again in this video. I like it a lot more than I like the Season 1 poster. I'm not going to put it in A tier yet, though, because there are still others, and, you know, I'm going to have to put this in S tier, not going to lie. So, and I'm going to have to put this in A tier. So, yeah, throughout the video, a bunch of my rankings will change, but I just absolutely love it. It was the first ever poster, and it's so simple, yet it's so good. But, again, we have more seasons to look at. So next up we have Season 3, rebooted. They rebooted the whole show. For some reason, they're showing Dragons Rising, but I don't want to look at that yet. This is season 3 poster, and now I'm giving it a real good look. I didn't really like season 3. I made that clear in a couple of my videos. Even after rewatching the season, I didn't really care for it. I mean, to be honest, it was good at first, but then it just kept doing a whole bunch of weird stuff that kind of just ruined the season completely for me. But yeah, we get the ninja again. We get Zane at the forefront. We get Cole, Jay, and I assume Kai is up there, so I actually don't know where. No, Kai is right there by the Shuri copter. That's the Overlord Dragon. Looks like Lloyd is facing it, fighting it. We get General Triptor right here. And overall, like, it has a nice futuristic look to it. I wish the season was better, but again, I'm not ranking it based off the season. These are the season posters, but I'm not ranking it based off the actual season because it would just be another season ranking video. But overall, I mean, I think this is a decent poster. Not the best. I think there are better ones, but I think I'll have to put it in B tier. But yeah, season 1, this poster is definitely legendary, and I think I may put it in A tier. Okay, not gonna lie, because as I said before, a lot of my ranking and reorderings will change, but I think it's an A tier. It's not quite as good as the season 2 poster, but it is a pretty good poster. But yeah, that was rebooted. Let's look at season 4, Tournament of Elements, which, if you don't know already, is one of my favorite Ninjago seasons of all time. This poster, I loved this poster a lot, but now I'm getting a closer look at it. This is really my first time looking at it closer. So yeah, we get Kai in his jungle outfit going against one of the Anacondrae cultists. And we get Titanium Zane in the back. We get 2 more Anacondrae cultists. We get Jungle Lloyd, Jungle Zane, Jungle Cole. We get Chin up at the top. He doesn't have his cape for some reason. We get another Anacondrae cultist. Okay, to be honest, now that I look at it closer, it doesn't really have a lot going on in the poster. Obviously, the main thing that's supposed to strike out is Kai facing the Anacondrae cultist, but now that I look at it closer, it doesn't really have a lot going for it. Now, there are some others, like this one. Now, I didn't add this, but I think I should still add it in the video. I didn't add it to the tier. I think this was like a teaser poster. Only one can remain. We get the 4 of the main ninja because Zane is on the island. And it's just such a great poster. Like, it looks like something you'd see for a horror film. But, yeah, that was it for season 4. Let's get back to the tier list. So I think I'll put it in B tier. I do kind of like the season 3 poster better than it, but I definitely like season 4 better. But again, let's just get back. So now we're going to look at season 5, Possession, which is my favorite season. Now this is the main poster, and this is just absolutely amazing. We get Moro at the forefront, we get Kai, we get Cole and Jay at the back. I don't know where Zane is. I don't actually see Zane in this poster. I see Wu. I don't see Zane, though. I think I really like the poster just because I like Moro and I like the dragon. But other than that, I think it's kind of bland. Not really bland, but there's not really a lot going on. We do have the Destiny's bounty ship flying in the back, but I think this is a great poster. Like, for what it is, like, you also have to consider, like, when you're making these rankings, you also have to consider what is trying to entail in the poster. And I think it's a great representation of season 5. And for that, I will put it in A tier. A part of me wants to put it above season 1, but a part of me wants to put it below it. They're both great. They're both amazing posters. But I still think season 1 poster is a little bit better. But before we move on, though, let's try to see any other posters. This was another poster, but I think this was for the DVDs. I have definitely seen this before, but I've mostly seen it like this. We have Kai and Moro both using air jitsu. Now, I don't know if this was a poster, but I mean, that's like a screen cap of it. But yeah, this is a pretty amazing poster. But as I said before, I think there are better ones. So let's get that out of there. Next up, we have Season 6 poster and Skybound. So yeah, let's just look it up. I don't know why Chrome decides to leave the close new tab up, but that's besides the point. Season 6, I like this poster. I'm kind of on this season, like a 50-50, but this is a great poster. We get Jay at the forefront. Because if we were seeing with some previous posters, like Season 4 and Season 5, Kai was at the forefront, but now we get Jay at the forefront. Look like he's using, it looked like he's using air jitsu. We also get the Nunchucks of Lightning, which the Nunchucks of Lightning were not in the season at all. I don't know why they gave him that on this poster, and I'm just now noticing this. I used to think they were just Nunchucks, but no, they're the Nunchucks of Lightning. But we also get Nauticon with the Gen Blade, and we get 3 of his crew members. That's Flintlock, Clancy, and then the Balloon. I remember in one video I was ranking him, like his, I don't remember what the context was, but I just called him, no, it wasn't a ranking, it was in the set video, I just called him the Two-Faced guy. But yeah, his name is the Balloon. But I think this is a pretty good poster. It does what it's supposed to do to hype you up for the season. Let's see if there's any other posters out there. Doesn't look like it. Actually, no, there is, but I think that's from a DVD. I think this might be a fan-made poster. Yeah, I think this is a fan-made poster. But it's pretty good though. But Season 6 poster, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put it in the C tier, which is kind of ironic because I believe I also put Season 6 in the C tier, and we are not even halfway done. So this is gonna be a pretty long video. But next up, we have Day of the Departed. So let's just Day of the Departed. Okay, this is a pretty amazing poster. Okay, it's not gonna get unblurry. Let's just use this one. So, this poster quality is kind of bad, but we get Cole in his magma form. We get Chin, Crazy, General Kozu, Master Yang, and we get like 3 of the ninja up there in Master Wu. Now that I think about it, I don't know why they used Crazy over Samukai. They should have just used Samukai. But, honestly, now that I look at the poster a little bit more, I still think it's a nice poster, but I think they should have included more than 3 villains. Obviously, we have a Yang, but they should have included way more villains. But this is like the main poster. I don't even think it's a poster. I think it was like a DVD or a book cover. But I think this is a lot better. But that's not what we have on here. But yeah, this poster. Oh yeah, I just realized they also have Cryptor. So I think the poster we just looked at was like a close-up. I don't know why I didn't see Cryptor. It didn't have Cryptor. So yeah, this one just completely removed Cryptor for some reason. And it also removed Pythor. So I don't know why IMDb had it like that. This is a more accurate one. It has Pythor and it has Cryptor, which I'll admit is a pretty good lineup, and I'm just noticing that they actually have Lloyd and Nia at the top. And actually, Nia, I don't even think she wore that outfit in the actual. Okay, I thought that was gray, but I think that's the dark red. And then we have the Temple of Air Jitsu over there with the huge moon. But the more that I look at this, there is a lot that I like the main standout being Cole with his orange hands, like he's glowing, he has a scar, he has this cool scythe. But you know, I think I might actually put this in A tier. I might even say it's better than the Season 5 poster. And I might even say it's better than the Season 1 poster. And I might even say it's better than the Season 2 poster. I think this is truly the top of A tier. I think this is one of the best posters that LEGO has ever made for Ninjago. But next up we have Season 7, Hands of Time. So yeah, let's just get back to that real quick. And I hope you guys are enjoying this video. So, so far because this is nothing that I've really done before. I've never really done a video like this. Now I am gonna try to do more videos like this. If I'm ranking something, I will try to show something for a reference. But this was the season 7 poster. I liked it a lot, but now that I look at it closer, I don't like it as much. But we have Kai, Nia, the Time Twins, the Iron Doom, the huge like villain structures in the back. We get Jay, Zane, Lloyd. I don't see Cole yet. Okay, Cole's right there. I like the Iron Doom, how it looks. Honestly, other than that, there isn't really too much I can say about it. I wish the season was better. It wasn't, but I think I'll probably put it at the top of C tier. Maybe I'll even put it in B tier. Actually, no, I think I'll just leave it in C tier. But next up, we have Season 8, Sons of Garmadon, and oh boy, that was an amazing season. And the poster, I'd say the poster is kind of amazing too, because we get Lloyd at the forefront, but we also get Zane, Kai, Jay, Nia, and Cole, and Baby Woo at the back. We get Zane again, because like this is like when he's fighting, when he's on a race with Mr. E. We get the red mask of vengeance. We get Kilo right there with his huge bike. We get Lloyd in the back in the Ninja Nightcrawler. We get Ultraviolet right there with the Mask of Hatred. I don't see the Mask of Deception anywhere, though. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't include it. And I am looking, I actually didn't even know until today that they actually had Ultraviolet. I know they had Kilo and Mr. E and Zane. I didn't even know they had Lloyd at the back. But now that I look closer at these posters, they are pretty good. And we also get Garmadon Shadow in the back. But I don't believe there's any more Season 8 posters. So, yeah, that's it for that. But I think it's a pretty good poster. I'll have to put it in B tier. And I think I'll even put it at the top of B tier. I think it's an amazing poster. I don't think it's quite A tier level yet, though. But Season 9, Hunted. So, yeah, let's just pull that up real quick. Season 9 had, like, a couple posters. Well, I think it had 2 posters. This was the main poster, though. And this is amazing. I like it a lot more than I like the Season 8 poster. We get Firstborn, which is the Mother of Dragons. We get Jay at the top. We get Golden Dragon Master Wu. We get Cole. We get Kai. I love that Kai suit. I absolutely adore it. We get the Iron Baron, a couple of his Dragon Hunters. I love this vehicle. Now that I look at this photo even closer, I just realized this, like, Dragon Hunter guy, he's just completely bald. I don't know if they did that, like, for the comedy or, like, for the humor. Or I don't know if this was a mistake, but it's kind of funny that he's just bald. They also have a helicopter. Yeah, I really like this poster. And now that I look at it closer, I think I realized that that's not Kai. I used to assume it was Kai up there, so it would make sense to have Kai ride the Firstborn. Obviously, not so much in the context of the show. I don't think Kai ever, like, rode the Firstborn, like this. But, yeah, I love this poster. Season 9 is not one of my favorite seasons. Like, not, like, up there with the likes of Season 5, 4, or 8, but it is a great season overall. And for that, I'll have to put it in A tier, just above Season 8. Now, next up, we have Season 10, March of the Oni. Say what you want about March of the Oni, but, the poster is, it's kind of good. I think this is a great poster. We get the ninja team, and we get Garmadon for kind of like one last time. Cole, Zane, Kai, Will, Lloyd, Nia, and Jay. Endings will always come. All we can do is fight to make them good ones, and we get Garmadon. So this was like the last season of Ninjago before they did a soft reboot with Season 11. Because if you all know, fans of the show, the original show was called Lego Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu. Season 10 was the last season of that. And yeah, the Season 10 was kind of bad, but I like this poster for what it's supposed to be. Now it's kind of a simple, nothing too complex poster. There's not really a lot going on in this poster, but I love how we get the original. I love how we get the ninja team, and I love how we get Garmadon. Now this was a character poster. There's a lot of character posters. This is what they used for Cole. That was for Kai, that was for Nia, that was for Jay, Wu, Zane. I don't know if I'm gonna find Lloyd. We have Pixel. But yeah, I think that's it. Season 10, I like the Season 10 poster. I'm gonna have to put it up here. Yep, I'm putting it above Season 5 and Season 9. I still think the Season 1 poster is better though. And so far, it kind of seems that nothing is beating the pilot season poster, which is crazy. But maybe one of these will, in fact, beat it. So yeah, next up, we're going to be looking at Season 11. Now, you've seen here, before we go and look it up, all of these 3 posters are for Season 11, and they're all main posters. But, like, for Season 11, it had 2 parts, and each part had a poster, and all together they had a poster, so I just decided why not just add both of them, well, all 3 of them into it. But, yeah, let's look at Season 11. This is the main poster. We're going to look at it, and then we're going to rank it. And I like the fire chapter part of the poster more than I like the ice chapter. But yeah, we get the ninja team, and I'll be honest, this poster is kind of mid. But you know, it's like a soft reboot of the show. So, maybe I'll just put it in C tier. I'll put it above those 2 seasons. But so far, nothing is actually in the D tier, which is surprising. And you know, it's crazy. I definitely thought a season would have beat the pilot season in terms of posters, but that has not happened yet. But I may do a little bit more reordering before I end the video. So next up, we have the Fire chapter poster. This is actually my first time ever seeing the poster. I'm not even lying. Like, when I added it to the tier list, it was my first time ever seeing it. Yeah. I think it looks cool from a glance, but when you look closer at it, you don't even really see any of the ninja team. Well, you see Cole. But, I don't really know how I feel about the poster. I think the poster is kind of meh. It would suck to put it in D tier, but that's what I'm thinking. Next up, we have the Ice chapter. I think this poster is a little better, but I don't really like it. Akita is kind of a forgettable character for me. We do get Lloyd. We do get, I think it was called the Land Bounty. And we also get Lloyd again. I wish they had the Ice Emperor in this poster, but they don't. I do like the poster better than the other one. But to be honest, I'm still going to put it in D tier. I don't really like it. But next up, we have Season 12 Prime Empire. So yeah, let's just get into that. Let's just get into it. Say what you want about Prime Empire. You can't lie that this poster goes pretty hard. I love the cyber, like, tech feeling to it. It's just such an amazing poster. We get digital code, but then we get the 3 of the ninja in their avatar suits. We get Lloyd, Jay, Kai, and we get digital Nia. Now, Zane never entered Prime Empire, so he's not on the poster. He was in the season though. But what can you say? What can I say? I love this. Like, I love how futuristic it seemed. The season was kind of meh. Maybe I have to rewatch it again. I definitely have to rewatch it again someday. But I love this poster. It's such an amazing poster. Now, this was another one. It's not a main poster, but it helps, like, show the character Okina, which was a huge part of the season. There's also this one, but I think this is a fan-made one. This is HN, so I think that's maybe for a different country. But, yeah. I love the Season 12 poster, and I might even go to say that it's probably one of my favorite but one of my favorite posters. I think it's genuinely up there. I do want to say it's better than the pilot poster, but I just love the simplicity of the pilot poster. But definitely, I do think this could overthrown it, well, dethrone it. But let's just see what we have next. Season 13, Master of the Mountain. Dang, this video was 13 minutes, 25 minutes long. Just me looking at posters. I love this poster. It kind of reminds me of Endgame for Marvel. And it's just such a good poster. It's the first Cole scene that we get Cole, Princess Vanya, Wu, Zane, Nia, Lloyd, Jay, Kai. We get the Upley on this side. We get some of the Dark Skeleton. I don't see the Skull Sorcerer. I do see the Geckos and the Months. The Reawakened Skeleton. But okay, the Skull Sorcerer is right there. Hazadur is right there. I think it does a good job in encasing what happens in the season. And I think it's an A-tier poster. But where am I gonna put it? I think I'll put it right here. Maybe I'll put it right here. I think right here. This is kind of hard because it is like one of the more recent posters. But I think I'll put it. I think putting it right here is a better choice for me. But yeah, nothing actually ended up in F tier. Definitely D tier, but definitely not F tier. Though I do think that may change with the next poster. But next up, we have the island. But season 14, the island doesn't really matter. I'm just going to call it season 14 because I don't really feel like calling it a special. This poster is kind of trash, not going to lie. The special was trash. But we do get Nia, Zane, Lloyd, Kai, Jay, and Cole, but I think the poster is just hot garbage. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it. This Reddit post said, well, that Reddit post said turning it into a phone wallpaper. This might actually go hard as a phone wallpaper, though. But my phone wallpaper, I'm not gonna show it because it might show some sensitive info. But I think I just have a default one. But yeah, I don't really care for the poster. It's an F tier. But next up, we have season 15, Seabound. Again, call it what you want it. A lot of people call it season 15. But to make matters simple, I'm just going to call it season 15. Seabound, this poster is kind of crazy. Okay, I think this video is going to be over 30 minutes long now. But I'll try to get through it. We get Zane, Cole, Nia, Jay, Kai, and Lloyd. We get Nia at the front, King Kalmar, Prince Kalmar. Funny story is, like, Marvel, they actually kind of copied Ninjago. I say copy, more like in a fun way. Like, they were kind of inspired when they made their Wakanda Forever poster. So it's kind of like Marvel copied Ninjago for this poster. I think Ninjago did the better poster, obviously, because I'm a Ninjago fan. But, I will admit, this poster is kind of good, but I do think there are way better posters. And unfortunately, I'm going to put it so low, but I think I'll probably put it right before the Season 11 poster. And I might even say it's better than the Season 11 poster. And last but not least, for the old Ninjago series, we have the Crystallized poster. But I gotta do it some justice. This was definitely inspired by Endgame. So yeah, we saw for Seabound, Marvel stole from Ninjago, and now Ninjago stole from Marvel. Now, obviously, Marvel doesn't have, like, any copyright to, like, the style of poster. It's just, like, kind of funny, because, like, everyone in the Ninjago community kind of knows what Ninjago was inspired by. And this is just such a hard poster. We get Lloyd, the Ninja, Fugidove, Ronin, Leo Nelson Wu, the Crystal King. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we get Harumi on the poster, which sucks. She was like a huge part of the season. Say what you want. Yeah, I don't think Harumi should have returned. I think she should have stayed dead. But they should have at least had her on the front of the poster. But this poster is just such a crazy poster. I just, like, and this is another poster. Except I think this actually came with a bunch of sets, though. But, yeah. I'm gonna put it at the top, like B tier. I do think there are better posters. Maybe I'll put it right there in A tier. But now we have Dragons Rising. So, yeah, this is like a new different type of Ninjago show. But I decided to add it into this video because why not? So, I believe this is the first one. No, that's not the first one. This is the first one. I believe this is one of the first posters we've gotten. Actually, no, this isn't. I don't know why I'm off my game in this video. Okay, so I think I gotta put season 1 after it, because you've seen it already. It's this poster right here, which I do believe is the first poster we've gotten. Yeah, this doesn't really have a lot going on in it, and this might actually be for part 2, now that I look closer at it. But yeah, we get Aaron, Nia. Actually, no, this could be for part 1. But we get Aaron, Nia, Lord Roz, Kai, Lloyd, and Sora. We also get Lord Roz. But if I'm gonna be honest, this poster is kind of mid. But I still remember the context. Like, this is when everyone thought the new show was gonna be called Lego Ninjago United. I think United would have been a great name. Now, I don't think they should toss away that name. They should use it for a future show. But, there are better posters than this. But I do like the characters they have on front. And kind of like the color scheme they're going for. So I do think it'll be making its way into A tier. But maybe, like, right here, I know I'm just talking that trash about it, but I kind of like the poster. But next up, we have this poster, which I think is supposed to, like, show the whole season or part 2 of the season. So yeah, this is for part 2. We get Kai, Lloyd, Sora, Aaron, Wildfire, Heatwave, which is the dragon. We also get Empress Beatrix at the top, Lord Roz. And I don't really know how I feel about this poster. I think there are better posters than this. But because I put that other poster so high, I think I'm going to have to put this poster above it. Just because. But now we have season 2. I unfortunately only have one season 2 poster up here. Just because, like, it was really the only one I could find that really made sense. But this is the season 2 poster. I love this poster more than I like those other posters. Lloyd, Aaron, Sora, Lord Roz, Cinder. It's just everything you could ask for. This is another poster. I probably should have added this. This one is a little bit better. But, the season is definitely better than the poster. So, I do kind of like those posters a little better, though. So I think I'll probably have to put this somewhere right here. Yeah, but now we have our last 2 posters. I do think this is probably going to be my longest video on the channel. Actually, no, because I have another video that might be like 20-30 minutes. I'm not going to record it right now, but the last 2 are the season 3 posters, I believe, for part 1. For part 1. So yeah, these are the last 2 posters we will be looking at. First up, this poster is amazing. Too bad the Forbidden 5 aren't amazing, but we get Aaron holding one of the prismatic blades, we get Lloyd and Sora holding one of the prismatic blades, and we get the Forbidden 5. So this is before we really knew a lot about them. We get Kerr, Drix, Rock, Zark, and Noct, and we get Thunderfang in the background, these prismatic chains. This is like kind of like evil Aaron, not fully evil, but I love this. Like, I love this poster. One of my favorite Dragons Rising posters. Oh, I had a Reddit tab open for some Ninjago Ninjago I was looking at earlier for a video, but honestly, I might say that this is just one of my favorite posters of all time. I think it's definitely a S tier poster. But last but not least, we have the other season 3 poster. And I kind of like this one too. But I kind of like it a little less. I mean, it does show a lot more, granted. We get better looks at the Forbidden 5. And this is Rogue, which is J. But, We also have Fract, and I will have a video at some point looking at all the new minifigures. I did have a video looking at the Dragons Rising minifigures, obviously up to a certain point, and I did have a video looking at the Dragons Rising sets, but I didn't do one looking at all the minifigures yet, so I will have to do that at some point. Yeah. Let's just get that out of here. This poster, I don't really like it as much, but I kind of like it more than some others, so... Okay, this is annoying. Yeah, okay. I do like it. Maybe right here. I think that's a pretty fair, I think this is a pretty fair place to put it. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of long, but, yeah. We have the pilot season as my favorite poster. I don't even know if it's my favorite poster. I think Prime Empire poster might be my favorite just because it has a lot more going on, and I love the futuristic look to it. But Pilot is definitely one of my favorites just because I'm so nostalgic for that season. And not a lot really happened in it, but it was the first ever installment of Ninjago we've gotten. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.